Hey guys, so I'm talking a lot about the the behind the scenes stuff, right? So you'll see your extreme couponing videos. We've talked a lot about extreme dumpster diving and stuff like that, and I'm always talking about things that you have to do to prepare before, before you start actually getting in your dumpsters, or before you start even clipping your coupons, and before you go to the grocery store. You need to have places to put those things that you're going to get. You don't want to just have grocery bags of stuff sitting all over the living room. It's going to be crazy, and you're not going to know what you have. So we're going to talk a little bit today about taking stock of what you have so that you know what you need, and taking stock of, your space. Do you have anywhere to put the things that you're going to be bringing home? I only do extreme couponing in the fall and winter and early spring. I have seasons, cycles of things that I do. The summers, obviously, I'm dumpster diving at the schools and parks and churches like crazy. I will be having my yard sale tomorrow, so check back for a video on that since it's been requested. But now that the dumpster diving season is over for me, now it's time for coupons. So I went coupon hunting this week. I got some good coupons. I will be going again on Monday. Check back for that. And it's time to start building up my stock of coupons, starting to check sales and whatnot. But first, I need to know what I need, what's left over from last year, so that I'm not going crazy getting stuff, especially if I have to spend money for it, stuff that I don't actually need and still have plenty of. Now, if things are free with coupons, I'm always going to get them, right? I mean, and I will find a place to put it. But ideally, I'd like to know what things I actually need so I can be putting my energy towards finding the deals on those. So some of the things that I have had stocked are still very organized. I know what I have, I can see it, and it's easy, such as like my hair care up here. You can see the shampoos and conditioners, and there's some hairsprays and mousse and whatnot, and those have stayed organized. I have some light bulbs right there, and all of my tea lights and candle warmers and stuff like that. Those are organized. Not everything has stayed that way. So we're in my laundry room, and I'm hoping you'll be able to see this. It's dark in here. But what we've got are, sorry, that lighting is horrible, guys. I'm sorry. Let me see if I come from here, if it's any better. Someday we will get a good camera, and it will make a world of difference. But I'll just tell you what I've got here. I've got deodorants. There's some up here. There's some down here. I've got toothpastes all over the place. I've got a Tupperware with like toothbrushes and floss. I've got tons of shaving cream. I've got cleaning supplies galore. I've got like 1 million bottles of floor cleaner. And I've still got tons of dishwashing soap. I've got some zippy bags and hand soaps and hydrogen peroxides and stuff like that, but it is a mess. And so before I start bringing in more of these kinds of products, I need to have this put together so that I can, take stock of what's in there, write it all down, know what my numbers are. I have goal numbers. We'll talk about goal numbers. What is the minimum amount of deodorants that you want to have on hand, stuff like that. So we'll talk about the goal numbers, and then, compare the actual inventory numbers to the goal numbers so that I know what I'm working towards. Another spot where we keep stuff is right here. This is my overstock of food items. I have gotten way low. I also have a pantry upstairs and cupboards upstairs that have tons of food in them, but this is my overstock. And it is a mess. Like, I had all these cases, that are like half empty or all the way empty and are an absolute mess. So I don't even know what I have here, and that's not good. If I don't know what I have here, when sales come up and whatnot, I don't know that that's what I need. Or I might see a really great deal and be like, oh, I'm going to get like 5 cases, and then come to find out I already have, between here and the pantry upstairs and the cupboards, I already have 5 cases in my house. And I have a teeny tiny house. So I don't want to do that unless they're free. Okay, so step 1 before you even start taking stock is get it cleaned up, get it organized so that you can see what you have. So that's what I'm going to work on real quick. At least getting these 3 shelves organized so that, you know, we can see what's going on here. So I've got, as you can see, all kinds of nonsense. So I mostly just want to get the like things together, get the extra cardboard out of here. I've got some of these black totes kind of around the house for different things. They are from the dollar store. Really handy, really durable. So I've got a bunch of like cake mixes in here, but also pancake mix, and I've got pancake mix elsewhere. And that's one of the things, is getting all of your like items together so that, you know what you have, and then you know what you need. So we'll just set that aside. P.S. I didn't mention it on my last dollar store video because I didn't need any, so I didn't buy any at the time. But the pan spray at the dollar store, highly recommend it. It's $1 and it's 5 ounces. Works great. I buy tons of them when I buy them. I usually buy like 6 or 7 at least. So there's always going to be one around. My minimum that I want to have at home at all times is 3 cans, just so you know. All right, so I'm going to get this all shined up and then I'll bring you guys back when it's ready. All right, so I've gotten these shelves done. As you can see, they look much better and I can see everything that I have right here. And learning yet again, this is just another example of why this is so important. So if you watched my dollar store video the other day of my favorites, you'll remember that I bought some of their Alfredo sauce, bought a whole bunch of it, which is fine. We use a lot of it, but there were 3 jars down here that I didn't even know that we had. So that's good to know. Then another one is these bags of brown sugar. I was looking at the ads for this week for my favorite grocery store, and these are on sale there. Really good price, but I have 3 bags here at home, and I will not use these fast enough before they, start going hard and everything. It would be silly to go and buy more, even though they're at a good deal, because I don't need them. So by taking stock, by getting organized, by seeing what I have, I am avoiding spending money that would just go to waste. So that's good. Now, here's some things that suck that I have realized by doing this work. So I have another of the black totes, and this one is full of powdered sugar that I've gotten, but look what I found. One of my darling children was making frosting, and as far as I knew, she was getting using the bag from upstairs, because there was already an open bag upstairs. And I vaguely remember her saying that she needed more, but I assumed that she would bring the bag upstairs, put a little twist tie on it, put it away in the cupboard, with all the baking stuff. That did not happen. So we have this disaster of this open bag of powdered sugar dumped all over. And that is a huge invitation to bugs of all kinds. Come, join our basement and wreak havoc. So now I get to get that cleaned up. But I wouldn't have known that that was an issue until either we had a bug infestation or till I needed more powdered sugar. So anywho, those are all good little lessons of the importance of taking stock. One other, I have this bag of icing, Betty Crocker icings and sprinkles. I had probably 4 or 5 times as much of these when I started out. I got all of them for free and even got paid for some of them because they were on clearance, like 89 cents, and I had coupons that worked really well on these, and so I had just oodles and oodles of them for free, and I've given some away, and I've sold some, and I've used them in like Christmas gifts, and I probably will use the rest of them in Christmas gifts this Christmas. But I had forgotten even that I still had these ones, so good to know. Now I know. Now I can get rid of them. even though I did get them for free, I don't want them to go to waste. I don't need all of them. My kids would happily make use of them, but we don't need to. You know, how much icing do you really need? So that's just another thing that I wouldn't have figured out if I hadn't have taken the time to go through, take stock of my inventory and see what's what. So now I will write down, you know, what I need based on the numbers downstairs, like in, you know, the laundry room and out here in the hallway and whatnot. But of course I still need to go through the upstairs pantry and the cupboards and double check those numbers, make sure that I actually need as much as I think I need. And then now as, you know, all these sales are coming up and where I'm couponing again, I can keep an eye out for those things. So check back. I'll bring you guys along as I take stock of the pantry and whatnot upstairs. And when I get around to doing the shelves of like toiletries and paper goods and whatnot, I'll bring you back for that. I can't do it today. I've got too much going on. But before I start couponing for those items, I will have it done. So stay tuned for that. Just a quick note on the goal numbers, which are your minimum numbers. As I've said in a different couponing video, one of the main rules that I follow is I need to have enough of that item to last until they're likely to go on sale again. And that always just depends on what kind of item it is. Is it a seasonal thing, or is it something that will go on the regular cycle of like every 3 months it'll be on sale again? And is it something that I'm going to be using regularly enough that I need to stick to that cycle? All of those factors will inform what number is your goal number for each item. So you're going to have to figure those things out for yourself. But the kind of rule of thumb that I use is, do I have enough for my use in my family to last us till the next sale comes, which generally is every 3 to 4 months, unless it's like a super seasonal kind of item. So, all right. Well, those are your couponing tips for today. That's taking stock part 1. There will be more. So come on back for that and start getting busy, because we are going to be going crazy into the couponing, you know, here quick. I just have to get that blasted yard sale done so that that's off my mind and out of my way. And then I can put, you know, my full focus and energy, whatever I have left after I do all my other stuff, I can put all that towards the couponing. So it's going to be getting intense and real, and you will see there's a lot to it. So start your prepping now, so that you have spaces to put all the stuff that we're going to get. You guys are going to get stuff too, because you're going to be out couponing and finding deals. Have a place to put it and know what you need before you go shopping. All right, we will catch you all later. Have a fabulous day and a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you all soon. Oh, P.S., the thing at the hospital, the appointment for my asthma shot thing and all that, it went really well. It was tedious, and I had to be there all day, and that sucked. Put me behind on a few things, but I am super grateful that it worked out, and I will be able to stay on the injection that I get every month, which is for allergic asthma that I have severely. Good stuff, fun times. But it all worked out really well. Did not have a bad reaction to it in the hospital, and so I get to go back onto my regular monthly regimen, which I will be able to go back to just doing that at the allergy clinic and not have to be in the hospital for it. So love when good stuff happens. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining us. Bye.